Shalom, shalom. First off, I give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Yahweh being a true name for the Father, Yahushai being named for his only begotten Son, the world ignorantly calls God, and Jesus Christ. I give double honors to our apostles and elders who got great millstone, Natasha's truth and will well, and salutations to hopefully that person's truth and honest sincerity. Spread of Yahweh come to the Spirit through an in-transit lesson, growing words of wisdom, alright, going into receiving correction, okay? This is the book of Proverbs 15:10. It says, correction is grievous unto him that forsaketh the way, and he that hateth reproof shall die. Correction is grievous unto him that forsaketh the way. So correction is something that they consider grievous, or they don't like to go through. It's considered grievous to those that have forsaken the ways of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And what happens when you forsake the ways of the Lord? That means you're breaking the law, statute, commandments. You're losing your faith. The Lord rejects you. The Lord will judge you. And you can lose your life that way if the Lord steps in. You know? So you shouldn't be looking at correction as something that is grievous. And it doesn't matter how that form of correction is coming. If it's correction, what it is it's open rebuke. And the scriptures say open rebuke is better than secret love. So you should be thanking the person for correcting you instead of clapping back at them. You know, and this is for the men and the women. You know, speaking from experience, you know, there was a certain man, there was a certain order and judgment that was put on him. And next thing you know, another brother didn't agree with that judgment. And later down the road, years later, all of a sudden the original judgment that was put on that brother that he was counseled on, now he's forced to experience it because he's left alone, teaching on his own. Okay? But that was the counsel, that was the order that was given for that brother to follow, man. But you see how the Lord works and operated, man. Now he forced it. He forced it to happen anyway. So you never want to be in a spirit where you're receiving correction and you're looking at it as something grievous. We can't take the things that we're counseled on and told about personal, man. We can't take things personal. And for you women, you can't take things personal if your husband is giving correction unto you and putting a certain judgment upon you. And then you're arguing back and forth and clapping back and yelling and screaming. You're not taking the correction. And you get to a point, you don't ever want to get to the point to where you're entering in the footsteps of a scoffer and a scorner. Because that's what you got some men that will do. Some men that will do that, they get suspended out the camp. And they hop on a video. And all of a sudden, everything that they did agree with you with, they don't agree with all of a sudden. And they're just talking trash and coming against everything that they've been taught and to stand for. And then the Lord takes the whole spirit away from them, man. Like them niggas, that nigga Awar, man. He got kicked out of GMS. And he's out there teaching madness, man. Straight up taught lessons that it's okay for niggas to smoke weed. I mean, just off the wall shit. Instead of just taking the original correction, he found it grievous, and he didn't repent. Made no change. Correction is just correction, man. And if there's an order that gets out, you get suspended. Or if there's an order come out for women, your husband has to put you away. You get separated or divorced for a time period. Then take the fucking correction. Take the judgment. Because believe it or not, sometimes, well, really all the time, the way it should happen is when you're in that state of being corrected, you learn from it and you grow. And you become a better person in this walk for serving Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. But if you come against it and you're backbiting, you're not doing the right things, you're not taking heed to orders, well, then you're asking for the Lord to intervene. And that's scary. that is very, very scary, man. I just watched a video when the brothers just uploaded. You know, he caught a clip of ISUBK's celebration, and in the video, man, they're calling each other's niggas. You know, my nigga, and this and that. And it's like, you know what? We're not niggas, man. That's a byword that Esau put upon us. We don't refer to each other as my nigga. Come on, nigga. No, we don't even talk to each other like that, man. It becomes my brother, man. Ak. You know? The correct way. Or call him by his tribe, Ephraim. You know? Manasseh, Gad, Judah. My Judite brother. You know, we don't refer to ourselves like that. So these dudes, ISUBK, man, are doing that, talking that way. And you can tell they're drunk. And then all of a sudden, man, it slips out. And he calls Yahweh a nigga, man. He said something to the extent, oh, that is a black nigga up there. What the fuck? But you see how that comfortability of being wicked like that, how it'll enter in? Because there's stages to the shit. All these other these camps, man, these cats out here teaching the word, they be doing all types of shit that's off. And it comes in stages. And we will constantly put rebuke videos on them, rebuke videos. Hey, you can't do this, you can't do this way. It's not how you honor the high holy day, this and that. And now you got to the point to where you're not honoring the high holy day correctly on the correct dates, and you're using that day and celebrating, and you just called Yahweh Bashem Yahushai out of his name. That's the level of sin that's entered in from not taking the correction, man. That's a shameful thing, man. And it is scary. The brother shared that video. I was like, damn, that is scary. That those brothers, those dudes got to that level of ignorance that slipped out their mouth or his mouth. Wow, man. It's a fearful thing. This is the book of Isaiah 55:11. It says, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return. It shall not return void, to be void, but it shall accomplish that which I please. It shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. And this word is provided for instruction unto us, man. And so if the instruction is telling you, you know, to take heed to a certain counsel, you better take heed to it. Otherwise, you're going to be forced to take heed to it the hard way. The hard way, man. This is the book of Proverbs 12:15. It says, the way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but he that hearkeneth unto counsel is wise. The way of a fool is right in his own eyes. Oh, I know I'm right. I know I'm right. I know I got it right. You don't got it right, nigga. I got it right. Fuck these dudes, man. You know? Oh, how dare they say that about me? How dare they tell me about myself? Or for the women. Fuck that nigga. But you do this and you do this and you do this and you do that. Running off out the mouth, man. It's not right. That's a fool, man. The fool is right in his own eyes. But he that hearkeneth unto counsel is wise. And when it comes to the men of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, we raise up to teach this word, these scriptures, all right? And we have elders for a reason, and we have the body for a reason. You know, they're there to give us a counsel take the counsel, man. And it's not time. It's not the time to be all emotional and the bullshit, man, and ignoring counsel and words of wisdom. It's not the time to be ignoring that, because death is really knocking at the door. I mean, are you people paying attention to what's going on in the news? Are you paying attention to what's happening in the news, man? This economy's finna collapse. We're at the brink of World War III. There's already talks of nukes being launched off at some point soon. There's a doomsday clock that's is at the point of seconds. You have the MOTB, which is the C-HIT implant that's out. Elon Musk is now perfecting it, ready for human trials. You know? Ready for human trials with that. They're basically flooding the schools with this alphabet agenda to try to turn your kids into momos. We had the last day. We're at the last seconds, man. The last hours of this place. It's not the time to be on bullshit, man. It's not the time. I mean, there is no time, but it's certainly not the time right now to be on bullshit, man. So take heed, man, to the counsel, man. Be able to be corrected. If you can't be corrected, then what business do you have even trying to proclaim that you believe in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua? Because his whole ministry was dealing with correction, getting the nation in order, man. And he sacrificed himself for us, and for those that couldn't be corrected, you know, he gave his life, so you still got a chance. Spent all those years out there correcting people, correcting the doctrine. Hey, get right, man. Just get right. Quit being rebellious. And with that, Lord's will, lessons edifying. I'm going to close out. Give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, B'Shem Yahushai, B'Shem HaKadosh. Double honors to our apostles and elders, great millstone, touch the truth and will well. And salutations to you, hopefully that pushing is truth and honest sincerity. Shalom.